welcome. Today I am going to talk about what I learned while I was out of commission for almost a year. I had hip surgery on both of my hips that took me out for a while, and then right after that I was trying to take some medication for migraines, and it ended up giving me vertigo. And so I was spinning and spinning for months and months and months. Almost like 8, 9, I don't know. It just went in and out, back and forth. Anyway, so I haven't made videos for quite some time because once I did start feeling better, I was like, no one wants them. And that was dumb of me to think, right? That was the inner demon. So let's burn him, okay? Anyway, so I'm not necessarily going to go into details about all the vertigo and the hip surgery and blah, 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 but I do want to explain what I learned, all right, through all of the scariness, through all of the suckiness. Here are some of the things I learned. Now, I learned way more than I'm going to share, but this is a concise list and I think can, benefit others. Maybe, hopefully. That's the goal. All right, here we go. All right, so first thing, the peace of mind is worth the price. All right, so when my vertigo first happened, we were like super scared because we had no idea why, right? Because we were like, you go to those worst thoughts like tumor, cancer, whatever, right? So after finding a doctor that would actually help me and not just send me on my way and say, good luck, it was like MRIs and CT scan and like just like different things. And none of them like came out with anything that was actually like useful. So in one aspect, it was frustrating because we had no answers, but it also gave us peace of mind because we now knew it wasn't like the worst thing we were thinking of, right? I wasn't going to die in a day. So sometimes going to the doctor is worth the price of knowing what's wrong. So, first lesson that was learned, that. Number 2, work can survive without you, and your family can survive as well. All right. Now, I'm not saying thrive, I'm just saying survive. All right. So we had to pull in another choreographer for a show because I was spinning. I could not move. And I didn't get to be my real teacher self just because I was, barely existing. And the kids were okay. My colleagues were okay. They survived. Was it awesome for them? No. Was it awesome for me? Definitely not. But it was okay. And it was okay to live just okay at that time. So I didn't have, I had to get over, whatever guilt. I was letting people down. Even the just wanting to do certain things and I couldn't, right? I had to just, let that go and be like, it's okay. I had no, end in sight. So in my mind, I couldn't just say this is going to stop. This won't be forever because I really had no idea. But it was still something like, this is okay for now. I can exist like this for now. Did I just let things happen? No, I was actively okay, I got to go to the next person. I got to go to the next person. I got to find some answers, right? But I was okay with just the okay life for now. And so that was my lesson number 2. Well, and along with that, your family can survive too, right? I wasn't cleaning. I wasn't making dinner. I had so many people come and help. I had so many people bring us dinners. It was so wonderful, right? And did they live on air fryer food? You betcha, right? And, with me being so down and out, my kids became pretty sufficient in the morning. Yeah, they eat cereal, but whatever. I wasn't ever the mom that woke up to make pancakes anyways, because I'm pancake cereal isn't the same amount of sugar. whatever. I'm working on it. Anyway, so they became pretty self-sufficient. They can get themselves ready. They can do more than we think they can. All right. So again, did they thrive? No, but we all survived, and that's okay. All right, lesson number 3, trust your gut instincts. For 17 plus years, I've been having migraines, right? And I never really liked I think long time ago, I tried to go to a doctor and he gave me these meds and I knew that they were going to make me sick. And so I just tried every other sort of way to help myself with my migraines with a chiropractor, acupuncture, massage, and da-da-da-da-da. And it just was so bad that I was like, I'm just going to do it. So I took all the meds, reacted badly to them, right? I tried the Botox, which is what caused the vertigo, but no one figured that out until I got it after my 3rd time, because it's a 1% chance. And yeah, that's me. So I just had this gut instinct, right? I should have kept it. This whole thing wouldn't have happened if I would just been figured a different way. But I worked for that person, I worked for that person, I worked for that person. All right. And I was desperate, so I tried it. Anyway, another gut instinct was, again, with this whole migraine thing. I was like, it's something to do with my neck. Because they were like, well, maybe it's this part of the thing. Let's try this. I was like, it's in my neck. It stems from my neck. And so I would tell all these people and they would just kind of brush me off. Now, this is just all things, all doctors, and not even doctors, just even the unconventional, right? They just kind of ignored me when I talked about my neck. So I finally went to this doctor. He's a functional neurologist / chiropractor, right? And so he was helping me with my dizziness, which he helped a lot, but I still had to get the Botox out of my system for it to actually, be beneficial. Anyway, so he was helping me with my migraines. I was like, it's fine. They're getting better, but I just feel it in my neck. And he's like, okay, let's get an x-ray. I was like, okay, let's do it. So apparently my neck has no curve in it. So people have a curve in their neck because the bowling ball of the head needs it, right? Mine doesn't have a curve. So it's just so much pressure, right? So now we kind of know the issue. But then when I tell my other doctors, yeah, I don't have a curve in my neck, they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, well, if that makes sense, why didn't you help me with it? Anyway, I will not go off on a tangent on it. But someone finally listened to me, right? Because I wouldn't let it go. I followed my gut, followed my instincts, and yeah, I went through a lot of people and finally found the help that I needed. Is it going to be a lifelong chore for me to manage this stupid straight neck? Yes, but at least I now know, right? So that was lesson number 3. All right, lesson number 4, guys. This is one I'm going to end on. This is the one where you don't need to be sick for an entire year to learn this lesson, all right? It is not shameful to ask for help. Never. Right? You hear those stories where someone's like, oh, let me come over and clean your bathroom for you. And they crawl and try to wipe it down as much as they can before the actual help comes because they're so embarrassed. How dare we live a life, right? We got to get this shame out of our system, right? Let's say inner demon, shut the freak up, and you just go down and burn because it's not helpful, right? I had so many people help me. I had this lady, she would bring me fries and a shake because that's literally all that I could keep down. And she knew how I was feeling too, and the unpleasantness of it. And then of course, even sometimes still now, I still have a neighbor who will bring us dinner just randomly, right? And instead of being like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed, I'm just so grateful, all right? Having people help you is not a bad thing, right? It's that inner demon saying oh, you must not be perfect. Oh, heck no, I'm not. Nor should I be. That's boring and lame, all right? So next time you're struggling, And this could be physically, mentally, emotionally, fill in the blank of how you're struggling. Go ask for help, because your issue is not, unique. Everyone struggles. Everyone has hard times. And suffering alone doesn't make you stronger or better or more awesome than anybody else. It just kind of makes you a fool, because you then have to suffer longer because no one's helping you to get better, to get through this. And that was a life lesson with Lindsay. All right, guys, have a good week and get off social media. Go do something. Love you. Bye.